So in the previous class, we had discussed about the Azure Storage Account. Okay, Azure Storage Account. Storage account
Yes.
which provides the unlimited storage and which provide the redundancy. It is same as like a S3 in AWS, the AWS. Okay, we created a storage account. Storage account may be by the default whenever the storage account is created, it is in the private. Then we enable the anonymous option. Then it will make it public. Public. Okay. So storage account, inside the storage account we have a container. Inside the container we have a blob. We have a blob. And
Block.
today's class we're going to deploy a static website by using the Azure Storage Account. Even AWS also by using S3 bucket we can deploy the static website. Here also by using the Azure Storage Account we can deploy the static website. We can deploy the static website. For that one, first we need to create a one storage account. After creating the storage account, then we're going to deploy the static website. Here first I will go to the resource group to create a storage account. First we need to create a resource group. To
Yeah.
create a resource group, click on create here. Give the name. Give the name storage resource group name. Once the resource group key is created, then we're going to create a storage account. We're going to create a storage account. After creating the storage account, we're going to deploy the static website. Here, go to the storage account. Here, click create. Select the resource group. And the storage account name should be globally unique. As discussed in previous classes, the storage account is should be globally unique.
Global unique. Yes.
Here, I'm just giving the name as a Kamrul Online STR. Okay, Kamrul Online STR. Okay.
Yeah.
Then storage type is Azure Blob storage. Primary workload. You can choose. I'm just choosing here the big data analytics or something. And this is a ZRS. I will keep it as LRS. I don't need any ZRS. I don't need any redundancy. Then in the advanced tab, we need to enable the anonymous access. Anonymous access. Okay.
Yeah.
To make it public. To make it public. Okay. Then click on review and create. Then click on review and create. What happened to Mohsin? Hello.
Yes. I'm here.
What happened to Mohsin?
He told me today he's coming.
Okay.
I said okay. He
Okay.
asked me if we are still doing Azure. I said yes.
Hmm.
We are doing Azure storage. I said it's easy. You can check the video. It's not
Okay.
hard.
Okay.
He said, yeah, I will join today, but I don't know what happened.
Okay. So now I created a storage account. Okay. Then the
Yeah.
today's topic is to create a static website. To create a static website.
Very good.
So here to create a static website. Okay. To create a static website. See here we have an option is there static website. We have an option is there static website. Okay.
Yeah.
Click on
And data
static website.
management, right?
Yes, directly. Static website.
Okay.
We need to enable here. The static websites need to be enabled here. I just enable the static website enable. Then same thing. I need to give the index.html and a error.html. Okay. Index.html and a error.html. Okay.
What is error.html?
If any page is not open, then it will show the error page. Okay. The same thing we did
Okay,
in the
okay.
AWS. Okay.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. If any page not found, then it will display the error page. If the website having any issue, then it will display the error page. Okay. It is optional.
Okay.
Okay. So I just given the index.html and a error.html. Then click on save. Then click on save. Okay. Then
Mohsin is here.
okay.
Hi,
Hi, hi, hi. How are you?
I'm doing okay. How are you?
Okay. Here I created a storage account. Then after creating the storage account, I just enable the static website. Okay. So whenever you create a static website, automatically one container is created. One container is created. That is called as web. What is that? That is called as a web. Okay. In AWS, we need to create a bucket. Then after that, go to the bucket. We need to enable the static website option. Here we don't need to create any bucket like container. Automatically it will be created by the Azure. Okay. Understand? Here
Yeah.
this web content is created. We need to upload the content of the website to the this web. Okay. This web. Okay. Okay. Here the option is there upload where we can upload the website content. Just go to the browse files and we have a index file. We need to upload the index file and the index file. Then again we need to upload the error.html. Error.html. So whenever you created a static website, whenever you enable the static website, it will generate an endpoint to access the website. To access the website. Understand? This is the
Yeah.
endpoint. By using this endpoint, we can access the website. Okay? Just copy here and paste. Okay? Okay. So now I deployed a
Yeah.
static website. Understand? Suppose if any content not found, like I just give you here, like Google. Okay? And enter here. What happened? I just got
Error.
error page. I just got a
Yeah.
error page. Okay? Got it? They are very easy compared to AWS. Okay?
Yeah.
This is my website page. Okay, the front end page. And if any error is there, it will display the error page. Understood? This is the page. This is the page. Okay? So this is to how? This is to deploy the what? Static website. Understand? By using Azure Storage Account, we can deploy the static website. How will you deploy the static website? Go to the static website option, then click on enable, then enter the index.html and array.html. Just upload the website content. That's it. Okay. Okay. So now the next thing is the tiers. Okay. Do you understand, brother Moisin? Hello. Next thing is the tiers. Okay. What is the next thing is there? Azure Storage. This thing I also had explained you previously, yesterday's class. Types of tier. What is a hot tier? Cold tier and cold tier. Yesterday I had explained you. This is the access tier. Is nothing but to do the cost optimization. It is same like a AWS storage classes. It is a same like a AWS storage classes. So what is my access tier for blob data? Data stored in the cloud grows at exponential pace. The managing cost for expanding storage account need to be helpful to organize data based on how frequently it will be accessed, how long it will be retained. Azure Storage offers different access tier that you can store blob data in the most cost-effective manner. And how it is being used. Azure Storage access tiers include hot tier, cold tier, archive tier, and smart tier. Whenever you upload the objects or file, the default option is the hot tier. Okay. This is the online tier optimized for storing data that accesses data frequently. The hot tier is the highest storage cost, but the lowest access cost. Whenever you keep the data on hot tier, you will get a bill and also low latency. But the data which I upload is I'm not accessing frequently. Then if you're not accessing frequently, our old data is there. Then if you keep the data and longer duration hot tier, you need to pay more money. It will generate a huge bill. Instead of that, we're going to move from hot tier to cold tier and cold tier and archive tier and smart tier. It will reduce the price for your Azure storage. Instead of keeping hot tier, it will generate huge bill. So because I am not accessing the data frequently, I just move the data to the hot tier to other tiers like cold tier and archive tier. Okay. So cold tier is for the optimized storing that are infrequently accessed data, like more than 30 days minimum. Okay. Then cold tier is also online tier, rarely accessed data. The data which is minimum stored in 90 days. The archive tier, it is more than like 180 days. And smart tier, optimize the cost according to your duration, how you are accessing. The same thing like we did in the AWS storage classes, like standard infrequent access, standard one zone, like glacier. Okay, the same thing here. Okay, why we need access tier? To reduce the cost. Understood? Here also the same thing. Here if we check here, there is an object is there, nothing but a files are there. I want to change the tier here. You just click on the object here. Okay. We have an option is there. You can check here tier. Okay. Here option is there, change tier. And we can change to the according to requirement. So by the default, whenever the upload the object or file, it is there in the hot tier. Okay. So we can move to the next tier. I want to move to the cool. Select the cool and save. So then it is a infrequently accessed data, cool. And cold is a rarely accessed. And this is a backup data, like very old data. Okay. When you move from this class to other class, the cost will be reduced. Understand? What is my tiers? Optimize the storage cost by placing the data into the
Yes.
appropriate access tier. Understand? How will you change this one? To change any date you need to change after the transition from one tier to other tier. Go to the container. Here, go to the container. There is a container is there, web container. Inside this container, we have objects are there. Select any object. Here three dots are there. Click on three dots and click on here the change tier. Click on the change tier. And we can change from according to your requirement. You can change to cool, cold and archive. Okay. So when you move from one tier to other tier, it will reduce, cost will be reduced. What is that? cost will be reduced. Understood? So that is the what? Changed here.
Yes.
That is going to be a changed here. Okay? Understand?
Yes.
The next thing you're going to move is the, here is one option is the redundancy. There is one option is the redundancy. We had discussed these types of LRS, GRS, ZRS, RA-GRS previously. Do you remember this one, redundancy? What is the redundancy? How we keep the data? So why we need redundancy? So means to keep the multiple copies of data to prevent the disaster recovery. To do the disaster recovery, the copies are stay on the multiple. Okay, multiple copies are saved. What it? Azure Storage always stored the multiple copies of data to protect from planned and unplanned events. Example, these events include transient hardware failure, it may be network failure, it may be power failure, or massive natural disaster. The redundancy ensures that storage is meet the availability. Okay, availability. Here, see this. How many types of redundancy? I told you that. One is the LRS. What is that? One is the LRS. Second one is the ZRS. And what? The next thing is the redundancy in secondary zone. If you see here, GRS and GZRS. Understand? This one also I explained you and yesterday. So what is my LRS? When I upload the object, any object, when I upload an object in S3 also, it will keep the multiple objects in multiple availability zone. Here what happens here, how the redundancy will provide in Azure. The first thing, here you can check here, whenever I created a storage account, I selected LRS. What is that? I selected which one? LRS. So what is my LRS? LRS stand for local redundant storage. LRS stand for local redundant storage. So what is my local redundant storage? Mean that, see here, how the redundancy will be provided. Whenever I upload the files or object to the Azure storage, it will keep 3 copies. Okay, to provide high availability. In LRS, what happened? So in any cloud, we have a like in Azure cloud, we have a region. Inside the region, we have a availability zone. But the 3 copies, it will keep the 3 copies in the different places in the same day availability zone. It will keep the 3 copies in different places in the same availability zone. It won't keep in different availability zone. It keep in the same availability zone or same data center.
3 copies.
3 copies in the same availability zone. Okay, in different places. Okay, it may mean 3 different hard disks. Understood? Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
what happens whenever the hard disk is failure, power failure, any failure, there is the other 2 copies are there. Okay, there are having a other 2 copies are there. But the problem is there, it keep the copies, 3 copies in the same availability zone or same data center. What happens here? If the availability zone goes down, then there will be data outage will be there. Understand? What happens
Yeah.
when the availability zone goes down? Data outage.
That yeah.
Yes, data outage. Why? Because of we are not keeping the copies in the multi-availability zone. If entire data center goes down, what happen? There is outage. There is a outage. Understood?
Yeah.
That is LRS. Here, these are ZRS. What is my ZRS? ZRS means it will keep the copies. Here, see copies, 3 copies in the multi-availability zone in the single region. It will keep 1 copy in the 1 availability zone, another copy in the another availability zone, another copy in the another availability zone. Okay. If any availability zone or data center goes down, there are other 2 copies are there. It will provide the high availability and redundancy. Understood?
Sir.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next thing is there. GRS. Here, what is my GRS? So there are 2 regions will be there. One region is the US East 1, another region is the US East 2. Okay. Then how it keeps that? How it keeps the data? It will keep 3 copies in the one region, another 3 copies in another region. it will keep total 6 copies. Understood?
Okay.
It will
Yeah.
keep 3 copies. Every time it will keep the 3 copies. Okay. 3 copies in one region in one data center. Another region, another data center, it keep three available, 3 copies. Understood?
Yeah.
Which one? GRS. Which one? GRS. So what is the GRS stand for? Geo redundant storage. Geo redundant storage. Understood?
Yeah.
Now the next thing is the geo zone redundant storage. Geo redundant storage. Here in the previous thing, it will keep the 3 copies in the same availability zone. Instead of that, here it will keep the 3 copies in a 3 different availability zone. Okay. In the previous is only single availability zone, 3 copies, one region. Here it will keep the 3 copies in the 3 availability zone in the primary region, another 3 copies in the secondary region. Understood? Which one? Which one?
Ozone redundant.
Storage. Why we need this one? To why we need to this to provide the redundancy. To provide the redundancy.
Redundancy.
Here you can check here. I want to make changes I want to shift to the towards this GRS and ZRS. I can change here. Understand? Here. I can change here. Understand? You can check here.
Yeah.
You can change according to your requirement. Okay. Why I chosen the LRS? Because of it will generate a bill for me when you keep the multiple copies in the different availability zone, different region. Instead of that, I just kept as a LRS. In real time, you want to store the data. It is mission critical data that is mandatory to have like backup, different backup. Then I'll go for the GRS and other option. Got it? You got it? Understood?
Yes, sir.
So what is my this how the Azure storage will provide the redundancy by using LRS, ZRS, GZRS and GRS. Okay.
Yes.
Then next thing is the life cycle management. What is my life cycle management? In the previous class in AWS, we had used the life cycle management. Means that I want to transition the objects from one class to other class, like hot tier to cold tier to cool tier to cold tier to hard tier. Then we need to transit the object from one tier to other tier manually. If you have huge number of objects, it is very difficult to maintain and manage this all objects which object is residing in the which tier. Okay. Instead of that, we're going to do the I'll just tell to the Azure, you do the transition. You do the transition. That is nothing but a life cycle management. That is nothing but a what? Life cycle management. Okay. Understood? So what is the life cycle management? It will automatically it will automatically shift one tier to other tier. Understood? It is like AWS storage life cycle. Okay, do you remember the AWS S3 life cycle? The same thing here also. S3 life cycle. Do you remember S3 life cycle? By using S3 life cycle, we can change from one tier to other tier. Same here, Azure Blob Storage life cycle. Azure Blob Storage empowers organization to efficiently manage, scale their data storage, needs even the data values grow and usage pattern mobile. By using the life cycle management, customers can proactively optimize cost. Implementing the when you create the rule-based policy, it automatically transitions the data from one tier to other tier to reduce the cost. Understood? What is the
Yes.
life cycle? This is a seamless automation. This is nothing but we don't do any transition. Instead of doing the transition manually, at Azure itself, I'm going to tell that Azure you do. Okay. Whenever just create a policy or rule, then automatically Azure will automate the data from, it will move from data from one tier to other tier. Got it? Got it? Which one?
Yes.
Life cycle management. Okay.
Life cycle. Yeah.
So why we need to have a life cycle amendment? So it's nothing but a why we need to life cycle management. Because why we need to do the life cycle management? To reduce the cost, to do the cost optimization, to reduce the cost optimization. Okay, understand?
Yeah.
Here, to do the lifecycle management, under the storage account, there is an option is there, lifecycle management. Okay?
Yeah.
There is an option is there, lifecycle management. Here, to create a lifecycle management, first we need to create a rule. Okay, just click on the plus sign. Click on the add role here. Here the role name is anything you can give, like my life, my role. Okay, give the name. And there is options are there. Okay, there are options are there. Like limit the blobs with the filter. Like there is a blob, like same thing. Like blobs are starts the name with any letter. Like it is start from A1, A2, like A1. Like it will be like this filter. I want to do the filter. Like I want to do the transition for starting letter A or starting letter B. The blobs starting the name with the A. I want to filter the starting letter blobs letter A. Only I want to do the filter to do cost optimization. We can check this one. Limit by filter, and we need to add here. Limit by filters. I'll apply the rule to the blob in the all account. Then select this one. Select this one. Here this is the blobs, and they select here next here. Okay. Here see this. Here this. The value is there. So how many days? Okay. When you here there are multiple options are there, like delete the blob, move to the cold storage, move to the cold storage, move to the archive storage, move to the archive storage. Then here after 30 days, the from hard tier to it will move to which one? Cold storage. Cold storage. Understood?
Yeah.
Again add here. Again add here. 1 minute. Again add here. After that, after we had created to this one, previous one is the cool storage. Then I add again 30 days. Again 30 days. It will move to which one? Cold storage. Here, cold storage.
Yeah.
Again add the condition here. Then it will move to the
Archive.
I want to do the yes. I want to do the like conditions archive storage. Which one? Archive
Yeah.
storage. Then again add the code storage. Then it will delete the blob. What happened? It will delete the blob. See here. It will delete the blob. Okay. Okay. Mean that after some days, like after 60 days, I don't want any object. I don't want any object. Then there are huge number of objects that there inside the storage account. It is very difficult to me to manually delete all the objects. Okay, it may be in real time the objects may be in a million also sometimes. Okay, in million objects are there. We store the millions of objects. So it is very difficult to delete all this thing. Okay, so then you do the automation by just tell that Azure itself that Azure will automatically delete the blobs. And if you want to transition from one object to one class to other class, automatically it will be moved from one class to other class to reduce the cost. Understand?
Yes.
So that is what lifecycle management. Lifecycle management. So what are the things right now? We are the first when I started the class, I just created a static website. Do that? Created what? Static website. Okay. So which one we have started first of all, whenever they started the class, what is the first thing we have started? Static website. And
Yeah.
after that we had discussed about the tiers. What are the tiers are there? Hot tier, cool tier, cold tier, and archive tier. So why we need to do these tiers? So it's nothing but to do the cost optimization. Keeping the data or objects in the hot tier, it will generate a huge whale because I am not accessing the data frequently. When you don't access the data frequently, you are accessing the data infrequently, like after 30 days, after 60 days, or 90 days, or 1 year. Then what happens here? It will generate unnecessary bill. To avoid the unnecessary bill, then we'll move from one tier to other tier. One tier to other tier. That is nothing but a access tier. Understood? For doing the automation here, we're going to do the here. Which one? Life cycle. Which one?
Lifecycle.
Lifecycle. Okay. So what does this one, what does this do? Lifecycle management do? It will move the transition of the object from smoothly move the object from one place to another place, one place to another place. Understood? That is nothing but a lifecycle management. That is nothing but a lifecycle management. So another thing we have learnt about the redundancy. What is that? We have learnt about the redundancy. So to keep the multiple copies to avoid the disaster, to avoid the outage of the data. So they keep the data on the multiple copies in the same availability zone, different region. Okay, done. The next
Yeah.
thing we're going to move on is the Storage Explorer. What is that? Azure Storage Explorer. What is the next thing? Azure Storage Explorer. This is nothing but an application. Okay. It is nothing but a what? Application. By using the application, we can access the which one? This one. Azure Storage also. Okay. Azure Storage also. So how you managing the storage account? Generally, how you manage this storage account? By just log into the console, by nothing but we just log into the portal of Azure, where you can manage the storage account. Instead of that, we can manage the storage account by locally also. Understood?
Yeah.
How will you manage the locally? I want to manage from my locally, like from my laptop. Instead of logging to the Azure account, I am going to manage from locally. Okay. So to manage locally, we go for the which one? Azure Storage Explorer. Azure Storage Explorer. Okay. Here, what is my manage storage explorer? Manage your Azure cloud storage resource from your desktop. Okay. It may be pay as you go, or you can use the Azure Fair account. Which one? Azure Storage Explorer. Understood? Which one? Which one is the Azure Storage Explorer? So what does Azure Storage Explorer do? So here, check here. What is my Azure Storage Explorer? What is my Azure Storage Explorer? Manage your Azure resources from your which one? Desktop. From your desktop. Instead of login to Azure account, I just download this application and I can manage from the desktop. Got it?
Yeah.
Which
Which
one?
application? This one?
You need to download here.
Okay, okay, okay.
There is an option is there. Here there is an
Okay,
option there.
okay. File Explorer, right?
Which
Storage
one?
Explorer.
Not File Explorer, Storage Explorer.
Storage. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So here, I just give an example like, so I have Azure account is there. I am Azure administrator. Generally in this Azure portal, there are multiple people. We are deploying an application. I want to give the permission, programmer is there, one developer is there. This developer wants to upload some objects, and he want to view the object. He want to manage the object. Instead of giving the Azure portal credentials, then I'll just he's just going to download, install the Storage Explorer. I just share the key to him. Okay, I just share the key for him, for the programmer. So he just take the key. I share the key. With the help of the key, he will access the Storage Explorer. You'll access the Storage Explorer. You don't need any Azure portal. Instead of that, giving the Azure portal credentials, maybe he may manipulate the other resources. Instead of that, don't want to take the risk. I just generate a key, and the key is shared. He will install the Azure Storage Explorer, and by taking the key, he can access the Azure Storage Explorer locally. Okay. Even also we can manage this Azure Storage account locally by using this Azure Storage Explorer. By using this Azure Storage Explorer. Understood? Understood? For this one, click on this one. Get Azure Storage Explorer. Get start with Azure here. One option is there. Download. We need to download it. Click here. Okay. there is a download option is there. Either you can click for the Windows, you can go for the Mac, we have a Linux also. All options are there. You can manage from Windows, we can manage from Mac, there is an option is there Mac. Understand? There is an option for which one? Linux. Okay? Here my laptop is Windows, then I just click on the Windows 64. Windows 64. So now I'm just downloading here. See here, I'm just downloading here. Understood? Which one? Storage Explorer. Okay. Why we need Storage Explorer, Kamral? Why we need Storage Explorer?
To control from the desktop?
Yes, exactly. Instead of every time going inside logging to Azure portal, easily we can manage. Like in local hard disk, like how we manage in local hard disk, same thing you can do here by installing the Azure Storage Explorer. Installing the Storage Explorer. Now I downloaded the Azure Storage Explorer. It can be used for Mac also. There is an option in there Mac. If you are using Mac, you can download for the Mac also. If you're using Linux, there is an option in there for Linux also. Okay? Done? Now here, click on the Storage Explorer. Click on the Storage Explorer. I'm going to install the Storage Explorer. Okay, I'm going to install the. For this one, we need a .NET 8.0 to 3. Okay, first it will install the .NET. If there is no .NET is there, then it won't run. Okay, it is mandatory to have .NET 8.0 to 3 for installing the Azure Storage Explorer. First, it will download and install the .NET. Then, so we're going to access the Storage Explorer. Okay. So anything have doubts today's class? Queries up to
No,
now?
sir.
Okay,
No.
it may be rapid pace, but things happen. Okay. Because all these things you are learned in AWS. I don't think so. It will be like new to me, new to you. Okay.
Yeah.
The same thing we are doing here in Azure also. Is just the thing is
Yes.
only we are changing the Azure portal only. The whatever
And
the
change of name. Names are different.
okay, same or same, whatever the did in same, whatever the concepts we are discussed today, that concepts are same in AWS also. Like AWS static website and have a have a storage classes. We have a S3 lifecycle. Huh? The same thing, same thing. Okay. Now finish. Okay. Now I just downloaded the Storage Explorer. Okay. Okay. This is the Storage Explorer. This is the Storage Explorer. Then how will you do this? How will you connect this one? There is one plug sign is there. You can check here the plug sign. Plug. Okay. Okay. Understood? So how will you connect here? You just click on subscription automatically. Suppose you are logged in already into the browser. I just already logged into the browser. I've just already logged in because of I are already logged in Azure. When you click on subscription, automatically it will log into storage account. Okay, understood? Understand? Or else, if I want to log into the Storage Explorer, we can use this one. By using the key, we can log into the storage account. Okay, understood? If we
Yeah.
selected a subscription, we already logged into Azure in our browser. You don't need any keys and anything. Automatically, it will log in. Which one subscription? Understood? See
Yeah.
here, sign in into Azure. Okay, sign into Azure. Whenever I log into Azure, it will automatically, by using subscription, it will automatically log into the storage account. Instead of that, suppose there is a third party, like other person is there, your friend is there. If your friend or your colleague, you are giving a permission to log into the Azure storage account, then he will download and install the Azure Storage Explorer. Understood? Then I'll generate a key. Here I'll generate a key and I'll just pass the key to your colleague. Then by using this key, he will access the Storage Explorer. Understand? Okay.
Yes.
So when you use the subscription, you don't need any keys, anything. You just log into Azure portal itself. Azure portal itself. I already logged in. Okay. When you are already logged in, I just click on the subscription. Automatically it will log into storage account. Okay. Understood. If there is an option is there, multiple option is there. One is an option is there, storage account or service. Storage account or service. For this one, here go to the portal. Go to the portal. Click on the security. Brother, click on the security networking. Understood?
Yeah.
Under this one, we have access keys are there. You can check here. We have a which option? Access keys. Okay. We have a what? Access key. Click on the access key here. Now you can check here. There are two keys are there. There are two keys are there. How many keys are there? You can check here the connection string. There are two keys are there. You can check the two keys. Okay. Understood. Even though
Yeah.
in AWS also we have access key and secret keys there. You know how many keys we can create in AWS in a single account? Do you remember how many keys?
As many as you want.
No, 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 no. Two keys only.
Uh, or access keys and secret key.
No, no, no. You can create only two keys. Access key only. And the AM I created access key and secret key. How many key you can create? Only two keys. You can't as
Okay.
many as many. Only two
Okay.
keys. It is not allowed to create more than two keys. Here also you can't create a more than two keys. It automatically generated. Where we can create a manually, where we need to create a key access key. You need to remember all these things. How will you get a job? Huh? Okay. So when you forgot, then how will you manage? So now after DevOps also, I think it is more than like 4 months, then you will forget everything. You need to remember and you need to recollect everything. Okay. Okay. Here are keys are there. You see here keys are there. There are multiple two keys are there. You just by taking this key we can access the storage explorer. I want to change here. There is an option is there. Rotate key. Okay. There is an option is the rotate key. When I click on this rotate key, the key will change. Understand? Okay.
Yeah.
Suppose I want to give the access this storage account to the other person, like your colleague. You are working in the same account. Then he will install the storage explorer, and I'll just supply the key. So after some days, like 15 days or 20 days, I want to stop the access for them. Then when you click on this rotate, when you click on this rotate, automatically it in his computer it won't work because of when you change the key here, it automatically disconnected. Which one? Storage Explorer. Okay. Instead of going Azure portal, I just take the key and this account name. We're going to access to the Azure Storage Explorer locally. Understood? Understood? Here there is a storage account name is there and there is a key is there. There is a key is there. To connect the storage explorer, here storage explorer, there is one plugin sign is there. Just click on the plugin, plug sign, and we have an option is there storage account or service. Click on the which one? Storage account or service. Understood? There is one option is the connection string and a key or SAS. This is the SAS. Which one? This is the SAS. Which one? This is the SAS. This is SAS key. What is the SAS key? SAS stands for storage access key. Storage access key. To access the storage, we have a key is there. These keys are automatically generated by the Azure itself. So you don't need to create a keys. I want to change these keys. There is an option is there. You can use this any one of the key. No problem. There is a key one is there. Key two is there. I want to change the key. There is an option is there. Rotate key. Just click on this rotate key and we can change to the new one. Okay. Understood.
Yeah.
Understood. Here to connect to the Azure Storage Explorer, just click on this one. There is an option is there, connection string key or SAS, or also you have an account name and a key is there. I just click on the account name and key, just click on the next here. Here, click on the next here. Here the display name you can give anything. Okay, display name you can give name. There is a account name is there. There is a account key is there. Account name is there. Account key is there. If you go back here, we have a connection string is there. Just connection string is there. Click on the connection string. Click on the next here. You can give the directly the key. Here I'll just select the account name and key. Account name and key. And click on next here. And display name you can give anything. And here from here there is a storage account name. This is the storage account name. I just copy this storage account name. Storage account name. And this is the account name copied from Storage Explorer, and this is the access key. This is the access key. Okay, this is the access key. I want to change this access key. Just click on the rotate key. You can change the key also. Here, when you change the key, it will automatically disconnect the Azure Storage Explorer. I just copy this key. Just copy this key. Go to the Azure Storage Explorer and paste here. And paste here. That's it. Then click on next and select the Azure Core Windows.NET. Select next here. Select connect here and wait for some time. Now you can check here, automatically connected this one. You can check here there. Okay. Now here check here. What is the storage account name? I got the storage account here.
Yes.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
Account name is here.
Here, I just now you can check the log. You can check the web here. Here, check the. Here you can check this. These are the objects.
Okay, okay. The
From
one,
here we
the
can
static
manage.
website.
From
Yeah.
here I can manage. See here. Locally,
Okay.
anything you can manage here. I want to upload here. I can upload the files also from locally also instead of Azure portal. Understand?
In real life, they use the same thing.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
A
It's
huge number of
nice.
like size big, very size big size is there. Instead of going Azure portal, they go for the Azure Storage Explorer. Okay, and also instead of giving the all permission for all services, I just give the permission for only Azure Storage Explorer. I want to store like Google Drive. Okay, so how will you use the Google Drive? So instead of giving a whole Azure portal, instead of going for Azure portal, they'll use Azure Storage Explorer like Google Drive. By using Google Azure Storage Explorer, they will store the data. Understand?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, if you don't have a storage explorer, every time you need to log into the Azure portal. Then from the Azure portal, where we can maybe there is chance there is other resources maybe can change, can modify the other person. Instead of that, I'll just download the Azure Storage Explorer. From the Azure Storage Explorer, I can manage the storage like upload, download. Same thing like Google Drive locally. Okay, understood? Understood? Mohsin, are you there? I'm not getting any response from your side. I think you are like something. You'll just. I'm not getting any response from your side, Mohsin. Generally, I get response from your side. What happened to you? Hello? Are you there? Okay. Okay, brother. So, what are the things we had explained today? Okay. What are the things today explained had you? Like I had explained you. What are the things? What I explained you? First, I started a class how to create a static website. Then I explained you types of the tier, hot tier, cold tier. Okay, understood.
Yeah.
Then I had explained you lifecycle management, lifecycle management. Then after that, I had explained you what redundancy. How will you provide redundancy like LRS, ZRS, GZRS, and ZRS. Then we go for the storage explorer. What is that? Storage explorer. So this Azure storage can be managed from the locally from your desktop by installing the Azure Storage Explorer, and we when installing the Storage Explorer from your laptop, you can manage the Azure storage. Okay, so we need to download the Storage Explorer. To connect this one, we need to generate a key that is automatic generated. We need to add the key and the account name to access the storage player from locally. Got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. That's it's like some or like one or two topics are left from storage, Azure storage tomorrow. Then you'll go for the enter ID. Tomorrow we'll go for the enter ID. It is same like AM policy. AM in AWS. Okay.
Okay.
AM, IAM. Okay.
I am. Okay.
IAM. So like you have IAM is there in the AWS. We have enter ID in the Azure. Okay. Azure,
Okay.
enter ID in the Azure. Okay, you can just go to the pattern how the I started in AWS. I started like what are the basics of AWS, how to create EC2 instance, then how to deploy the web server. Then you go for the EBS, then you go for the S3, then you go for the AM, then you go for the Azure load balancer, elastic auto scaling. Then you go for the networking. The same pattern I follow here also. What are the
Sir,
pattern I follow?
I
Yes.
have a question.
Okay.
You record the videos. Do you have any place you saved all the videos? Any portal?
I don't have any place. Every day I'll
Okay.
after 3 4 days I'll just delete.
Okay.
I don't have any place. Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Anyhow, what are the videos you have? I have YouTube account. I told you that. Your
No.
videos are there in YouTube. Okay.
Oh, okay. Okay. What's
Almost
the link of YouTube?
yeah, I'll just give. I'll just share you.
Okay.
Generally I don't upload, but this time I done that. Generally I used to take so many classes. If you upload all the classes, then it will. Okay. Here I have it.